Ronald Araujo. Ronald Araujo. Hello, bro. Hi, everyone. Hello, Casper. How are you? What is this?
So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
We are just getting started. Now it's Madueke. This looks promising. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Garcia. Luis Skelly. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his strides.
Can he finish? And it's a goal!
Okay.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Looking to play him in. Ball in towards the middle.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mbappe. Zubimendi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Eder Militao kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, can he get onto this? Valverde in acres of space out wide. Takes a shot!
Don't touch.
It's a goal! They are purring, truly purring. That was a given, it always was.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Vinicius Junior.
So that's two now without reply.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Played towards the other side. Luis Skelly. Rice. Played out to the left flank. Valverde. And it's Carvajal. It's Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Tries to pass it through. Asensio.
Bellingham.
Oh, that's well spotted. Eder Militao stood up well to him there. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Havertz. Asensio. And he has been fouled there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Asensio.
Fábio Silva. I need Ronaldinho. Mhm. Okay. Where is my team? What is this? Okay. Where is Rafinha? Rafinha. Rashford. Frankie de Jong. Lewandowski. Where is Lewandowski? For central forward. Okay. Let's go.
Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, Perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? Big chance! Yamal's cross. That's a decent clearance. They get a throw in. Bellingham.
Touch.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick
Passing.
and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his earlier career,
Yamal.
he's maturing fast and he's easing that out of his game, and he can...
And the shot! And again!
Goal.
He's keen,
What is
determined
this?
to have his say.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Lewandowski. It's
Lewandowski!
Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front.
It's Lewandowski.
Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect,
Let's go,
Peter.
let's go,
It'll be
Yamal.
fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Rashford. Can he get it through? Rashford. Pedri. Barcelona currently a De Jong! Oh, denied brilliantly!
It's quite a show he's
Hi,
putting
hi,
on here.
everyone,
This is
guys.
excellent
Hi,
work.
everyone. Please subscribe
It's
to my
their second
channel.
corner of the game. And he's there to clear it.
Passing.
Fermin.
Fake shot.
Ball
Crossing.
swung in. And that has been cleared.
Shoot.
And the shot! Corner number 3 coming up. Bellingham tries to clear. Knocks it out wide.
Rashford.
Space for him to turn and look.
Rashford. Passing. Pass.
And it's De Jong.
Cross.
De Jong plays it in. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Brahim Diaz.
Brahim
Has
Diaz.
a look and plays it forward. And he's had it nicked away. And this is Lewandowski. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Barcelona have it back and can go again. Aimed beyond the defence. Valde. Oh, that's neat. Now, can they get him away? Rashford receives it in a wide position. Rashford crosses. That has been knocked away. De Jong. He's going for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Delivered
Shoot.
across. And he's there to clear it. Brahim Diaz. And it's Pedri. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Valde, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Yamal. Araujo. He's in a great position here. Looking
Let's
for a
go.
corner. So their fourth corner of the game. That's not going far. Madrid have the chance to go the other way.
Don't touch, don't
There they go,
touch.
hunting in packs. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it's a move of great
Big shot.
promise, but will it
Cross
really
it.
prove productive?
That's a decent clearance. And they're back on the ball again, showing good feet. And it's De Jong. Valverde.
They've got to be quick
Young
moving this
styles.
forward.
Now it's Camavinga. Oh, that's fabulous. Threads one in.
Don't touch.
Vinicius Junior is onto this.
Okay, nice.
Araujo. De Jong.
Habrá
Araujo.
2 minutos de descuento.
And that's going right the way across.
Let's go, guys.
Valverde. Now that looks a decent ball. Brahim Diaz in acres of space out wide. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
High everyone.
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs
Kylian
to
Mbappe.
change much during the break.
Vinicius Junior.
Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Barcelona are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we get things going again. Barcelona currently ahead by the smallest of margins. That's been cut out, well played. Vinicius Junior. That is good strength. And it's Lewandowski. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. No foul, says the referee. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Foot in. Barcelona can breathe again. Just.
Let's go, Lamine
Yeah,
Yamal.
they showed a vulnerability until the move was
Big shot.
stifled. That'll have stirred a little
Passing.
concern.
Pass.
And it's Pedri. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Where is fall?
Eder Militao. Carvajal.
Carvajal.
Chance here to counter. Knocks it into space. Pedri.
Shoot.
Now it's Lewandowski.
Lamine
Can he get on the
Yamal.
end of this? Oh, good take. Chance for a shot! And he's there to
no.
belt it away.
Ah,
Barcelona just about
Big
have their noses
mistake.
in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Oh, he's all alone. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, no joy this time.
let's go.
Asensio.
La asistencia
Did
este
tidily.
partido asciende a
Great vision.
97.559 espectadores.
Mbappe gets into a good
Don't touch,
position.
don't touch.
Shot a goal! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Look at the space here. There's the shot! Oh, it's hit the post.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. A real chance to break. Just eases him off the ball. Tries to pass it through. Asensio gets across to intercept that. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. It's a promising position.
Offside.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Mbappe. Carvajal gets a good foot in there.
Madrid really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Rashford.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tries to play it through. Rashford. Pedri. De Jong. Mbappe.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And here's Brahim Diaz. Yamal. Araujo. And it's Lopez. He shifted it to the flank. And it's Rashford. In with the challenge. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Kubasi. Fermin.
Barcelona really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's really well manoeuvred. Fermin. Now it's Lewandowski. Stood up well to him there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Lewandowski picking up the...
Efootball is don't work. Hi everyone. Let's go. Hi, hi. Mahdi, hey. Hello.
So here we are, another
Sir
day of
Alex
pride,
Ferguson.
pomp and polarisation as two tribes
Old
representing
Trafford.
London and Manchester collide. Arsenal and Manchester United, of course, undoubtedly two of the most illustrious clubs in the English game, recent history perhaps notwithstanding. Whatever the stakes, though, these matches are never dull, so strap in. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. Well, this is undoubtedly a mouth-watering encounter. Certainly it has played a significant part in the history of the English game.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams. And always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And he's intervened well there. Gyökeres. And he cuts out the supply. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box.
He leaps for it! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Havertz.
Kai Havertz.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other
Hi
up.
everyone, guys.
Ugarte. Casemiro. Ahmad. Oh, well measured.
Oh, what?
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. White. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Engages and forces him off the ball. Madueke. Arsenal have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Where is Harry Maguire?
Bruno Fernandes. Now Diallo. That is good alertness. Rice. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's been played through. Saliba gets it clear. And it's Casemiro. And he's taking no chances there. White. Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, can he get onto this? Zubimendi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mazraoui. Looking for options for movement. Rice. Martinez. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That has been slung wide. Out towards the flank. Passing nice and neat. Shaw has it out wide and in space. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Manchester United with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Shaw goes looking wide. Bruno Fernandes picks it up out wide. Tries to get it clear. Matheus Cunha. Deftly away.
Let's go.
Mazraoui. White promptly onto that, and that is that. And he's quick to snatch it back. And it's Shaw. Now it's Matheus Cunha, and he welcomes it in. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Zubimendi. Havertz. And it's White. Nicely spread. Now White. Casemiro. Gyökeres. Foot in. Casemiro. Mazraoui. Casemiro. Passing is crisp and sharp. That has been cut short. And that brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And we are back on the way.
Manchester United have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your...
Cisco!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, it's come loose. Ball's gone out of play.
Exercise. Salute.
White.
Hello, bro.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Havertz. Gabriel. Lewis Skelly. For Martinelli. Lewis Skelly. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Threads one in.
Don't touch.
Out of play for a goal kick. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. De Ligt. Bruno Fernandes. Out for a throw.
The attendance for this match was 72,300.
And it's Ugarte. He's going for goal! And that is doing no harm at all.
He just
So
didn't catch
bad.
that one right, and he knows it.
Gabriel. And still we await the first breakthrough. That's a sharp pass. Matheus Cunha. That's a good ball out wide. Havertz. Madueke. And it's White. Now it's Havertz. And he's had it nicked away. It's played through for him. He's in a great position here. He is through here. Great chance! It's hit the
It's
upright.
very
That's
unlucky.
put paid to the danger.
Unlucky.
Shaw. And here's Bruno Fernandes. He's on it. Can he get away? That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Madueke. Gyökeres.
That's good play from him.
And he's running through. A heavy challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. White. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Madueke. Shaw does well to get it back. And it's with the keeper. Gabriel. Lewis Skelly. Martinelli. Nicely weighted ball. Shaw. And it's Ugarte. Here's Matheus Cunha. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Ugarte. That pass isn't the best. Havertz.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise. Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully...
And the shot!
Okay.
Incredible!
Okay.
Just incredible! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal now on the verge of victory.
There will be 1
save
minute
for a
at
few
a time.
potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter,
And that will be the final act. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
I don't know why Efootball doesn't work. Maybe update is okay, guys. Thank you, everyone. See you in next stream. Oh, it doesn't work. Don't work. Efootball is don't work. Where is Bayern München? Where is Bavaria? Chelsea and okay, Arsenal. Yes, it's eFootball. Chelsea and
so the calm before the storm. Again,
Hello,
this
everybody,
so
and welcome to
engraved
today's
into
match.
sporting history.
Sama,
These
bro.
two teams have squared up so
Sama?
many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Why?
This is always a game of consequence.
Well,
Where
don't
is
let the
Bayern-
word friendly
Bayern
get in
Munich?
the way of a good rivalry. These players certainly won't, Peter.
You wouldn't have thought they would. You've got to expect this to be full throttle, surely.
Yeah, they'll be as strong as usual, but I'm sure these players will commit their all.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. Cucurella. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cucurella is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Madueke. Wriggles his way through, and he's managed to get free. He saw the danger
Okay,
and
guys,
he went
who is
crashing
best? Lamine Yamal or Kylian Mbappe? Who is best?
in. They've played it short. Martinelli. Oh, the ball's gone astray. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Now it's Palmer. Aims beyond the defence. Deftly away. And it's Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. This looks promising. Pedro Neto!
Pedro Neto.
He's done very well to get to that.
Pedro Neto really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well-timed, excellent interception.
Why not
Pedro
Bayern
Neto.
München in this
Good
game?
purposeful running this. Now it's João Pedro. Subimendi. Neither side
Where
yet
is
able to
Bayern
force a
München?
breakthrough here. Luis Skelly. Martinelli. And it's Luis Skelly. Havertz. And Gusto. Esteval. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gusto.
Oh, great feat that.
And that has left him in a heap. And it's Caicedo. Cucurella. That's destined for the flank.
Cucurella.
White. Esteval. That's very neat. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that is expertly dealt with. Havertz. Quality ball. And he cuts out the supply. Rice. Luis Skelly. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Madueke. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Now it's Palmer.
Let's go, Palmer. Shoot. What is this?
Rice. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Gusto. Esteval picks it up out wide. Subimendi. Gyökeres. Now it's Madueke. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Played out towards the right wing.
Okay.
Subimendi. Cucurella. And it's Gusto. Esteval. And that brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Back on the way then.
Chelsea are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the match...
Just the keeper in his way. Can he finish? Big
Okay.
moment! Massive goal!
Well, it's hardly a great
It's called
surprise to
Palmer.
see him doing something thrilling, and
Let's
it should
play.
send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Number 10.
Palmer.
Chelsea have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Gabriel. Saliba. And Madueke. Gyökeres. Santos. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's João Pedro.
João Pedro.
Stood up well to him there. He's in a great position here. Nicely worked. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Saliba.
Chelsea are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer. And that's gone loose. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm
It's
inclined to
not
feel that
a-
if I was in that dugout,
it's
I'd
not
want the
a-
players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
He's found a way past. Now it's João Pedro. Esteval. Chelsea are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score... He's going for goal! Oh, it rattles the bar!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And it's Cucurella. Now it's Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Fofana. Havertz wins the duel this time. Now it's Palmer. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Gyökeres. Havertz. Looking to play him in. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that was asking just too much of him. Some resolute defending there. And it's Gusto. Palmer, given the lift of his goal. Lewis Skelly, foot in. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's Zubimendi.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Threads one in.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have
not
to
fake.
admire their
Not
commitment to
fake.
goals.
Use fake.
Gyökeres. That's a shade optimistic. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Palmer charging forward, the ball at his feet. Esteval. Santos. Chelsea close now to seeing this one through to the end.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Hato cuts it out. Gyökeres.
That's good play from him.
Can he get it through?
Gyökeres clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough
There
to
will be
find
1
someone?
minute added
He
time.
looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
He's picked his way through. Saliba. And that will be the final act. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they...
Efootball is updating. Doesn't work. Game is updating. Manchester City or Manchester United. Momo, hi, hello.
So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, Peter, you can dress it up any way you like, but we all know what we're in for.
And there's no point trying to pretend otherwise. No disguising. And he shoots! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Rodri. And there's the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. That's tidy. Matheus Nunes. He whips in across. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Gehi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's forced to go back. Gehi. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I think Luke Shaw is a player who can really thrive here, Peter. I expect a lot of long diagonal passes from that deep left position, and he can make those long busting runs looking to provide cutbacks. So we've got a ball shifter and a chance creator all in one.
Bruno
No argument for me on
Sana.
that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Casemiro, neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Shaw, and it's Ugarte.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's picked his way through. Decent chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Doku in acres of space out wide. Matheus Cunha. Shaw. Now Ugarte. Kusanov. Rodri. Not the most accurate pass. Doku. And it's O'Reilly. O'Reilly. And he's managed to get free. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Corner number 2 then.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Yehi. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. It's a pretty loose pass. Threads one in. It's come to nothing. Yehi. Rodri. And Cherki. And it's Bernardo Silva. Matheus Nunes. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Tries to pass it through. Semenyo. Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. O'Reilly. And he's being shifted off it. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh no, what has happened here? Haaland! And he scores! You don't keep those out. He just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
The goal scorer after 40 minutes is number 9.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that was vital. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That's been cut out, well played. And he can clear it away. Rodri.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Doku. O'Reilly. Doku. Lovely feet. Doku puts them all in. And he gets rid in a hurry. And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Welcome our players to the field.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So it has been pretty frantic here, everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Boy.
And the shot!
It's my
We've
bad.
got a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that.
Can he finish? Najraoui. Doku. And here's Haaland.
Manchester really just need to be careful for the next...
And the finish! Shaw clears without hesitation. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Now O'Reilly. He's on it, can he get away? Showing good feet. He's had a shot! Oh, that was brilliantly defended. So, third corner of the game. Haaland! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
Casemiro. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Mazraoui has it out wide and in space. Guehi attempts a clearance. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Semenyo. Haaland. Matheus Nunes. And it's Bernardo Silva. That's very neat. Chance! Bruno Fernandes, given the lift of his goal. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
It's full.
There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Martinez. Here's Matheus Cunha. It's a good run down the right. Haaland. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Ahmad. Oh, that's fabulous. Doku. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Can he get on the end of this? Ahmad. Kusanov kept his eye on it, and he's there. Over to the right flank. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude.
Oh, terrible pass. And he welcomes it in. And it's Casemiro. Probing pass. Kusanov with the clearance. Now it's Bruno. Takes a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Manchester United leading now.
What is this?
I think what we've just seen is further evidence of their resilience and fantastic belief. I mean, they can always come through. Remarkable.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Menu. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
He is through here. And a chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Manchester really have stepped it up now.
Substitutions taking
They could have
place.
been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And here's the shot at goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Menu getting this one clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Gehi gets across to intercept that. Ahmad.
4 added
Spread
minutes
to
has
the
been
right.
indicated.
And that is out of play. Mazraoui. It's going to be another throw. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. It's a promising position. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Euro. They knocked and knocked, but there is time for no more. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts
Just a
that
quick
bit more.
announcement.
I mean, you
We'd
can
like
do
to
all the
Thanks
right
for watching,
preparations
guys.
and
See
still
you
end up on
next
the
time.
losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.